North Carolina, you have redeemed yourself.
Well, good morning, gang. Looks like the rain, which I'm sure you can hear, is going to give me an opportunity to do a morning video from inside my tent. No idea how this is going to come out. Pretty close quarters, and again, it's raining pretty hard, so the rain may be drowning out all my audio. But I thought I'd give you a little tour of the inside of my tent. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning on day 13. And we are all sleeping in, basically, was the answer. The weather report says the rain should start to break up now, 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and we may pack up our gear, take off if we get a break, and just hike in the rain. It's supposed to rain on and off all day. Or we may take a zero right here and just not hike in the rain. We haven't decided yet. But here's my tent. Let me see if I can do this. I'm lying here in bed still, all wrapped up in my sleeping bag. And keep some gear, as you can see. May as well do a little gear review as well. I am in the Hyperlight Mountain Gear Unbound 2-person tent. Absolutely love this tent. It's a trekking pole tent, so it pitches with your trekking poles, not with typical shock cord tent poles. It poured all night, and it blew 25 to 30 mile an hour gusts all night. I am completely dry. I could probably use a tug on all my guy lines, like right here. I'm not sure you're going to be able to see this, but I've lost a little bit of tension right here. That should be a little tighter, but that's just because it blew so hard, probably because I didn't pitch it all that well. But let's see, down the side over there in that corner, I've got some clothes. That's the door I go in and out of. You can see my shoes out there in the vestibule and some water bottles. On the other side here, let's see if I can do this. I'm up against the other side of the tent, so I sort of sleep on one side and have space on the other. I've got my backpack out in the other vestibule there. And there's a door there, obviously, as well. So it's great. I'm actually sleeping in, I've got the Hyperlight Mountain Gear Unbound 20-degree quilt, which is going to be my main quilt. It's really pouring and blowing right now, which is going to be my main quilt for my hike. But just before I left, when I saw that ice storm come through and knew I was going to be sleeping outside in 10 and 20-degree temperatures, I panicked a little bit and got this Mountain Hardwear Bishop Pass 0-degree sleeping bag, and I'm very glad I did. It's been keeping me toasty warm. The worst night I had was my second night on the trail in the Hawk Mountain shelter. It got down with a wind chill. I think it might have been negative, but it was 0 for sure, maybe single digits. And this kept me toasty warm in the tent. Outside the tent, absolutely sucked. Getting into bed at night and getting up in the morning. But in my sleeping bag, I slept pretty well. And I'm going to keep this 0-degree bag probably through the Smokies, well, for sure through the Smokies, and probably into Virginia until I'm pretty sure the weather's nice. And then I'll swap it out for my Hyperlight Mountain Gear 20-degree quilt. So, okay, that's all I'm going to say this morning. Hopefully my next video will be from the trail. It's going to be raining, so I probably won't video very much, but we'll hopefully see you on down the trail. I hope my next video is not from this tent. I can't imagine zeroing here in a tent, but we might. We'll see. All right, see you soon.
Okay, good evening, folks. I think I ended my last video saying I hope my next video is not from this tent. And here we are. So it rained all day until about 2, maybe, yeah, around 2. It stopped for a while, and then we've just had scattered showers since then. So non-stop rain from 1 o'clock in the morning until 2 this afternoon, and then showers off and on all afternoon. So we never moved. I got out of my tent a couple of times to go up to the shelter where my 3 hiking buddies are holed up. But I went up there to make breakfast and make dinner and hang around with them, but spent most of the day here in the tent. So 0 miles, 0 day. Tomorrow morning is supposed to be quite nice. So we will get up in the morning and get back on trail. A day behind our plan. Kind of messes up everything. We planned our food for 4 days, 3.5 days, to get into Winding Stair Gap, Franklin, North Carolina. And pretty much all we did all day was eat. So we're going to have to ration some food, but that's okay. I think we all have enough, but we joked about eating too much food today, so sorry about the darkness here. I can't really shine the light on my face, or I look like I'm making a horror movie. So I'm trying to get my headlamp to where it kind of lights the tent. Okay, so I think I'm just going to wrap it up tonight. Day 13, sorry. Day 13 is a bit of a bust. 0 miles, but this is going to happen. And some days we're going to have to hike through this. So I will see you all in the morning. Back on the trail. Good morning, friends. Welcome to day 14. It is 8 o'clock in the morning, and we got an early start this morning. We started hiking before sunrise, or as the sunrise was happening. We were down in a valley at the Standing Indian Shelter, or not in a valley, but we were on the side of a mountain, so it was still pretty dark when we started. And we've just come up a big climb here. Got a little bit more to get to the summit. Should see some sunshine at the summit, which we haven't seen for 36 hours. But good morning. It was cold last night. Got down to, the report was that it would get down to 37. I'm going to say it was closer to 30. I think I checked my thermometer right before I went to bed, and it was reading 35. So it was already below. Didn't get breakfast this morning. Didn't get coffee this morning, so I'm a little bit grumpy, but I'll stop at some point and have some breakfast. Just wanted to pack up. It was just too dark and too cold to think about taking out the cook kit and making everything. So we're gonna do 11 miles or so today to Betty Creek campsite, Betty something campsite. Not a shelter tonight, so we'll all be in our tents tonight. Supposed to be a beautiful day. Right now it's still, I checked a few minutes ago, it's still under 40 degrees and very windy. But I can see the sun across the North Carolina mountains here, so I think at the top of this little climb, I might get some sunshine and might stop and at least eat a breakfast bar or something. So, okay, see you on down the trail. Well, North Carolina, I judged you too soon. I know I was a little bit harsh on you 2 days ago when we entered North Carolina. Now reached the top of this first climb. It is windy, it is cold, but it is beautiful. I'll show you the other way too. Really stunning. We're above the clouds here. You probably can't really see that over there. It is cloudy down in that valley. Listen, North Carolina, you've got to do something about your welcome to North Carolina visitor section there. Killing people with a 1.5 mile climb. Not doing yourself any favors. Hey, maybe you give that first 1.5 miles to Georgia. Let that be everybody's last 1.5 miles leaving Georgia. It's a great But, okay. I'm gonna hike on down the trail here. Hopefully this wind dies down a little. It's supposed to be a beautiful day. It's supposed to be in the 50s and sunny all day. So, come on. All right, see y'all soon. North Carolina, you have redeemed yourself, both with views and weather. We were just laughing how one day ago it was pouring rain and socked in fog and 40 degrees with a wind chill of 25. And now it's gotta be 60. And I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, not a cloud in the sky. So this is the trail. You can actually see Cadence disappearing a little down the trail there. And we just figured out, I'm gonna try to use my trekking pole here. Today, we are going to hike on down the trail here. The trail's gonna make a left, and we are gonna walk along this ridge that you see here. We have a climb up here, this nearer mountain, not the one way back there, but this nearer mountain. And then we kind of disappear down into a little saddle over here somewhere for the night. That's where our Betty Creek campsite is. But I doubt you can see it, but I'm going to point to it anyway. Right there is the 100-mile fire tower. Right off the end of my stick is the fire tower that marks 100 miles, and we will be there tomorrow morning. All right, see you on down the trail. Good afternoon, friends. It is, I think, about 2:30, and we are walking through a really cool, some sort of enchanted forest here. We have come into a whole new kind of tree here. It's pretty scraggly, it's pretty ugly actually, but makes for a kind of a mystical walk through the woods. Good afternoon, friends. It's about 3 o'clock on President's Day. Day 14. We took a nice long stop for lunch. I finally got to eat my breakfast. I think I mentioned earlier it was too dark and too cold to eat breakfast. So at lunchtime, I had some oatmeal, a cup of coffee, really nice lunch. Now we're hiking out the rest of our 11-mile day to Betty Creek campsite. Sorry about the sun behind me there, but it's gonna make the video kind of stink. As you can probably see, I'm in a t-shirt. I can't point down enough, but I'm in shorts, and it is a spectacular afternoon. One little gear comment I'll make. You can probably see I've taken on a new piece of gear across the top of my pack that was not there before. I had a little tiny sit pad there before, which I still have, but at the Around the Bend hostel, I picked up a little shorty, they call it, closed cell foam pad. It's an off-brand. I don't remember what brand it was. They sold it to me real cheap. But I think it adds 2 to the R value underneath my sleep system. So I've got a Kilos Gear air mattress that I really like. Mainly because it's big and rectangular. I move around a lot when I sleep, and one of those mummy-shaped air mattresses that tapers at either end would not be for me. I would end up off of that air mattress all the time. So I love that Kilos gear, but I think it's only 4.5, which is not bad. But I have noticed on the colder nights, on the nights that are 30 or below, I can feel the cold ground under my shoulders and under my back. So now I have that little guy there, which R value is additive. So I have the 4.5 for my air mattress and the 2 for that, giving me 6.5, which is pretty good. And I've noticed the last couple of nights sleeping out that it's better. I don't feel quite as cold on the ground. The downside is I'd imagine this is what Buzz Lightyear would feel like walking through the woods with his wings open. I catch every tree and every tree branch. So I may try to strap this thing vertically to the outside of my pack and get rid of my wings you can see there. So, okay, 1.5 miles left into Betty Creek campsite. See you down the trail.